Hello everyone, I hope you're having a good day today. If you're not, that's totally normal. So go get your coffee, go get your green tea, do your workout, and then come back to this video. I will be waiting. But if you have already boosted your energy up, then let's get started. So first of all, I want to mention that I get asked so many questions via LinkedIn about my job and about working conditions in Belgium. And these are people that live in non-European countries, unsurprisingly. So this is why I want to film this video to really help you and help other people that are really looking forward to moving to Europe, specifically Belgium. The information that I will give, some of them are general information, but most of the information will be the ones that are kind of in-depth insider information that you're probably not likely to find in the internet just by Googling. Just a short introduction of myself. I've been living in Belgium for about 2 years now. I started as a student and I graduated from K11, and now I'm working as a full-time employee in a business school in Brussels. And in this video, I really want to share with you my own experience about working in Belgium as a person coming from a non-European country. I'm from Turkey, by the way, if you're wondering. So at first, I want to start with salaries because I know everyone is wondering about the first point that they want to ask is the salaries. So, as you may know, the minimum wage in Belgium is 1,954 euros per month, but this is gross salary, which means that taxes will be deducted from this amount. However, even if you start working as a junior position in any company and you have master's level education, the salary that companies will pay you will be about 30 to 40% higher than the minimum wage, so which corresponds to about 2,500 euros gross per month. So we can say that salary depends on your education level, but also on the region that you live in. In Belgium, for instance, I live in Brussels, and the people that work in Brussels get paid more than any other city in Belgium, according to the Belgian regulations. And the tax rate that will be deducted from this amount is about 30%. Of course, it will depend on your personal situation. For instance, if you're married, if you have kids, your gender. But I can really tell you that it's not going to exceed 35 to 40% tax reduction. In most cases, the company handles everything related to tax documents, tax filing for you. So in the end, you will only see the amount, the net amount that you will get paid to your bank account each month, first or second day of each month, which is a good thing because the entire tax documenting process takes a lot of time and it's very complicated. So it's a good thing that most of the companies offer this. And you're also able to get a paycheck, which you see how much tax you paid or any other contributions that your employer made or anything that you paid that month. So everything is crystal clear. It has to be. And I will also share with you the most accurate website to convert your gross salary to your net salary, because not all the websites give you the same information, the accurate information that you need about salary calculation. So I will link it down below. When you click on the website, you just give your personal details. For instance, if you're married, your gender, some other details, and then you just write your gross salary and it automatically tells you your net salary. This is about 99% accurate because I tried it on myself before getting paid and I got paid the same amount. So in addition to your fixed salary each month, you will get paid around 2,000 euros per month of meal vouchers, which are given to you in a credit card format. But this is not a typical bank credit card, but you can only use this card to buy groceries, to buy food at a restaurant, and that's it. In my case, I also get paid of around 125 euros per month under the name net allowance from my company, which is some kind of employer contribution to its employees. Not every company has to offer this, but I'm sure that your company will also have something like small contribution to the employee. So I suggest that you ask for this beforehand. And lastly, it doesn't matter which company you work for or in which position, you get paid an end of year premium, which will be paid at the end of December, about 2 times your monthly salary. And you will also get paid an extra of 1 month's salary in May under the name of holiday pay. These are obligatory for all companies. So in order to calculate your yearly salary, please do not multiply your monthly salary with 12, but instead multiply it by 13.92. This will give you the most accurate result to calculate your yearly salary. Bear in mind that if you choose to get your end of year premium in cash, you will have to pay a lot of taxes from it. So I suggest that instead of getting paid in a cash format, if your company offers this service, most of companies do, they buy an iPhone, an iPad, or any other electronic product, so that you don't have to pay any taxes for it. For instance, with my end of year premium, I purchased an iPhone. The company purchased it for me. I didn't pay any taxes, and then the remaining amount from my end of year premium, I wanted them to transfer it to my bank account, so they did, but of course a lot of taxes, about 40% of tax was deducted from it. So I suggest do not choose this option, otherwise you will lose your money. So moving on to the working hours in Belgium. Typical working hours are 38 hours per week. Monday to Thursday we work from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and on Fridays we work from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. With a new regulation, it is possible to not work on Fridays at all, but you have to then split this working hours of Friday to the whole week, Monday to Thursday. And if you agree with your employer on this, you can just choose to not work on Fridays at all. And lastly, an important step, of course, is the documents that you need to submit in order to get a work or residence permit from Belgian government, which is a really frustrating process, I can tell. So this is why I strongly recommend that you work with a third party which handles everything smoothly for you. But first, ask your company if they already work with a partner, an immigration agency, for their international employees, because if your company already has a partnership with this kind of third party, then you don't have to pay anything for it, and that immigration agency just handles everything for you. However, if they do not offer this service, then I will give you a name of an immigration agency that I worked with, who work in reasonable prices and who are 100% trustable. But still, if you do not want to pay anything for this process and you want to do it yourself, then I will give you the names of the documents that needs to be submitted in order to obtain your work and residence permit. So the first document you need is a health document that states that you don't have any transferable disease. You can get this from any hospital, but it needs to be a certified doctor. And the second one is your passport, of course. The third one is your photo, which cannot be more than 6 months old. If you have, fourth one is your old Belgian ID that you will get a new one, but they want to see the old one. If you have never lived in Belgium before, then just ignore this step. The fifth one is your employment contract. Of course, the employer has to sign it, and then you also have to sign it. And the sixth one is any diploma that you have from high school, bachelor's to master's. The government wants to see it. It will increase the chances of getting your work permit more efficiently and more in terms of time efficiency I'm talking about. So please provide them too. So what you do, the next step is that you gather all these documents and then you go to the city hall of your residence or the city hall in the city that you will reside in Belgium. So I will link the city hall website of Leuven just as an example. You make an appointment from there. They have English options, and then you gather these documents and you go to that appointment, give the documents, answer some questions. I think you have to also sign something, I forgot. But then you just basically wait for your residence and work permit to arrive. However, I really recommend you start early in the process, because even for me, I was already residing in Belgium, and for me to obtain my new residence permit, it took about 3 to 4 months, which means that it's probably going to take more time for you if you have never lived in Belgium before. So my advice would be, really, as soon as you get your employment contract and you agree on the working conditions with your employer, go and apply for that work permit right away. We have come to the end of this video. Please let me know in the comments if you have any questions regarding the application process, the documents, the working conditions, even the culture, international people in the work environment, anything that you want to know. I'm considering of making another video of living expenses in Belgium. How much is my salary enough to cover the expenses? How much I can save monthly, in a monthly basis, inflation rates and stuff like that. And also another video I'm thinking of is the finding an apartment accommodation in Belgium, which is really an issue nowadays. So if there's anything else you want to know, please write me down. I'll try to answer every question and make a video for you guys. So thank you for watching, and hopefully see you in the next video.